He served me divorce papers at my baby shower. Then my announcement left him speechless. And please stay with me as I tell my story. And please do not forget to support our channel by subscribing, liking our videos, and sharing to your loved ones. Your support means a lot to us. Now, this is my story. I never thought my life would turn into one of those viral Reddit stories, the kind where betrayal hits like a freight train, but the comeback is even sweeter. But here I am, Emily Harper, 28 years old, staring at the ruins of what I thought was my happily ever after. Let me take you back to how it all started, because trust me, this tale has more twists than a soap opera marathon. It was a crisp autumn morning in Seattle when I first met Alex. I was fresh out of college, working as a junior marketing executive at a tech startup, hustling through caffeine-fueled days and lonely nights. Alex was the charming sales rep from a partner company, tall, with that disarming smile and eyes that sparkled like he knew all your secrets. He swept me off my feet with weekend getaways to the coast, whispered promises under starry skies, and a proposal on a rainy pier that felt straight out of a rom-com. We married 2 years later in a small ceremony surrounded by friends and family. "You're my forever," he said, slipping the ring on my finger. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? Life was perfect. We bought a cozy house in the suburbs, complete with a white picket fence and a garden I dreamed of filling with laughter and little feet. Fast forward 3 years, and those little feet were on their way. I was 7 months pregnant when the cracks started showing. Alex began staying late at work, claiming big deals and client dinners. His phone buzzed incessantly, and he'd angle the screen away from me with a guilty flicker in his eyes. I chalked it up to stress. After all, we were about to become parents. But deep down, a nagging voice whispered that something was off. One night, I couldn't sleep. The baby was kicking like a soccer pro, and Alex was out again. I grabbed his laptop, telling myself I was just checking emails for him. What I found shattered my world. Messages from Sarah, his assistant, flirty banter escalating to explicit photos and plans for a secret weekend away. "Can't wait to leave her," one message read. "She's clueless." Clueless? Oh, honey, I was wide awake now. I confronted him the next morning. Tears streamed down my face as I held up the evidence. He denied it at first, then broke down in apologies. "It was a mistake, Em. I love you. The baby's coming. Let's focus on that." Fool that I was, I forgave him. Or at least, I pretended to. Therapy sessions followed, promises were made, and for a while, things seemed okay. But I started planning my exit strategy in secret. I wasn't going to be the scorned wife begging for scraps. The baby shower was my idea, a grand celebration to mask the storm brewing inside me. I invited everyone, family, friends, even some of Alex's colleagues. The venue was a beautiful garden pavilion overlooking Lake Washington, decorated with pink and blue balloons since we were keeping the gender a surprise. Tables groaned under cupcakes, finger sandwiches, and a towering diaper cake. I wore a flowing maternity dress that hugged my bump, feeling like a queen despite the ache in my heart. As guests arrived, the air buzzed with excitement. My best friend, Mia, pulled me aside. "You look radiant, Em. Alex is lucky to have you." I forced a smile. If only she knew. Alex showed up late, looking sharp in a button-down shirt, but his eyes were distant. He kissed my cheek mechanically and mingled with the crowd. I watched him like a hawk, noticing how he checked his phone every few minutes. Sarah wasn't invited, of course, but I wondered if she was lurking in his thoughts. The games began, guessing the baby's due date, diaper-changing relays with blindfolds. Laughter echoed as friends shared stories of their own parenting mishaps. Then came the gift opening. I sat on a throne-like chair, unwrapping onesies, bottles, and stuffed animals. Each awe from the crowd chipped away at my facade. Halfway through, Alex stood up. "Everyone, can I have your attention?" The room quieted. I assumed he was about to give a toast, something sweet about our future. Instead, he pulled an envelope from his jacket pocket. "Emily," he said, his voice steady but cold, "I think it's time we addressed the elephant in the room." My heart plummeted. No, not here, not now. He handed me the envelope. "These are divorce papers. I've signed them. I want out." Gasps rippled through the crowd. My mother clutched her chest. My father glared daggers. Mia jumped to her feet, but I raised a hand to stop her. The envelope felt like lead in my hands. I opened it slowly, scanning the legal jargon. Irreconcilable differences, request for no alimony, custody arrangements. You're doing this at my baby shower?" I whispered, my voice cracking. Tears welled up, but I blinked them back. The room was a blur of shocked faces. Alex shrugged, as if it were no big deal. "Better now than after the baby's born. I've met someone else. Sarah. We're in love. This marriage was a mistake." The audacity, the humiliation. Whispers turned to murmurs. Someone's phone camera flashed. Great, this was going viral already. But here's where it gets good. I wasn't clueless anymore. I'd prepared for this. Taking a deep breath, I stood up, cradling my bump. "Well, Alex, since we're making announcements..." I paused, letting the tension build. The room hung on my every word. "I have one too." He smirked, crossing his arms. "What, you're going to beg me to stay? Save it." I laughed, a genuine belly-deep laugh that startled everyone, including me. Beg? Oh no, far from it. I turned to the crowd. "First, thank you all for coming. This shower isn't just about the baby, it's about new beginnings. And Alex, since you've been so kind to share your news, let me share mine." I pulled out my own envelope from under the gift table, a thick packet I'd hidden there days ago. "You see, Alex, while you were busy with Sarah, I was busy too. Busy building something you could only dream of." His smirk faded. "What are you talking about?" I handed him the packet. "This is the incorporation documents for Harper Tech Innovations, my company, the one I've been secretly funding and developing for the past year. Remember all those late nights at the office I had? Yeah, they weren't just marketing gigs." The crowd murmured. Alex flipped through the pages, his face paling. "What? How?" "I started it with my inheritance from Grandma, the one you thought was just a few bucks. Turns out it was $2 million. I've turned it into a startup valued at $50 million pre-IPO. We're launching an app that revolutionizes prenatal care with AI. Tracking health metrics, predicting complications, investors are lined up." But that wasn't the bombshell. I saved the best for last. "And the baby? Well, Alex, you might want to sit down for this." He gripped the chair. "What about the baby?" I smiled sweetly. "It's not yours." The room exploded. Shouts, gasps, even a few cheers. Alex's jaw dropped, his face ashen. "What? That's impossible. We haven't been intimate since I found out about Sarah, remember? And before that, well, let's just say I had my suspicions early on. I went for IVF without telling you. Donor sperm, anonymous. The baby's mine, 100% mine. No custody battles for you." It was a lie, partially. The baby was his, biologically, but I'd consulted lawyers, and with the affair evidence, I could fight for full custody. This announcement? Pure theater. I wanted him to feel the sting of betrayal, the public humiliation he'd just inflicted on me. And oh, it worked. Alex stammered, You can't do this. I'll sue. I'll take half of everything." I stepped closer, my voice low but firm. "Try it. My lawyers have everything documented. Your affair, the emotional abuse, the financial discrepancies where you siphoned money from our joint account for your little escapades. You'll get nothing but debt." He backed away, the envelope crumpling in his fist.
The crowd parted as he stormed out, speechless for once in his silver-tongued life. The shower didn't end there. It transformed into a celebration of strength. Friends hugged me, sharing their own stories of heartbreak and triumph. Mia raised a glass to Emily, the boss babe and soon-to-be single mom extraordinaire. As the sun set over the lake, I felt a kick from the baby, strong, insistent. "We're going to be okay," I whispered to my bump, and for the first time in months, I believed it. But the story doesn't end with the shower. Oh no, word spread like wildfire. A guest had live-streamed the whole thing on TikTok, and by morning, it was viral. #divorce@baby-shower trended with millions of views. Comments poured in. "Queen behavior. He got served. Subscribe for the update." I leaned into it, started a YouTube channel, From Betrayal to Boss Mom. First video, the full story, unfiltered. Subscribers skyrocketed, 100K in a week. Sponsors knocked, maternity brands, empowerment coaches, even a book deal offer. Alex, he slunk away with Sarah, but their love fizzled when she realized he was broke. Last I heard, he was crashing on a friend's couch, begging for reconciliation texts that went unanswered. Me, I'm thriving. Harper Tech launched to rave reviews, securing a $100 million valuation. The baby, a beautiful girl named Lily, arrived healthy and screaming, surrounded by love. No white picket fence needed. We've got a penthouse with a view. Life's funny that way. One moment, you're served papers at your own party. The next, you're the one calling the shots.